Guys, how are you? This is Pano. So the knife I want to bring to you today, it's a knife I really put time, and it's been thoroughly tested in the field. I used it for very many different scenarios, and what I'm telling you is being tested 100% about this knife. So this is a hunter's model from Cosmo. It's serialized, you can see. This one is 2571. It's got, I'm pretty sure this is maple handle. Gorgeous handle. The woodwork is, it's crazy. The quality of this knife is out of this world. It's got few impressive and unique features on it. First of all, this is not, he did not buy the steel and made a knife. This is forged. He forged these. He forged it this way. And from what I was checking out his history, he even went to Japan to learn how to do to make blades like that. He has a forge with hydraulic presses, and he squeezes them. So this is, I think, 180 folds he did on this steel. You can see in the middle the two different steels. See the middle line running. And it feels like you're touching velvet. It's so high polished everywhere. And it's the craftsmanship, when you're looking at this knife, it's absolutely stunningly perfect. It's perfectly straight. The Saber Grind on this knife, it's amazing, but it's a little bit thick here. But the reason he did that is to reinforce the knife, but on the primary bevel. The work hours you put on this, it shows, and his experience. But oh, and I'm gonna go to another positive. The spine is here, it's rounded, but the corners are sharp. So even though it's rounded and it doesn't cut you, it scrapes very good. It scrapes very good. I don't know how he achieved that, but he did. So now these are all the positive things about this knife. So now we're going to negatives. So when you see it, when you buy it, you look at the sheath, everything, perfect sheath, very good, solid. It's the soft leather that some people make. It's robust, very nice design, fits the knife perfect. And it's included to the price. This knife cost me $850 Canadian, plus shipping, plus taxes. So it was around $1,000 Canadian. It's got a Coke bottle handle. Like, everything looks amazing. My personal engraving I do in all my knives. So now, negatives. If I hate one thing about this knife, for one, is this part here. Me and this thing, we have a constant battle. We hate each other, right? This part and me. When I have my hand in this knife like this digs into my hand. See that? So as I was using this knife, I always have to fight with this. Now I have to put my hand here to get the exact bevel which is high. Like the bevel on this knife, it's about 16 degrees, something like that. I think now I'm down to 11. So this very uncomfortable. When you hold the knife, barely fits my hand, and it really this digs into my hand. So I'm gonna end up cutting this so I can make this knife kind of more usable, because this is killing me. The other thing I don't like about the handle is when you hold the knife this way, this corner here of the knife, I cannot hold the knife to how I want it. It makes the knife to go this way. So if I'm cutting this way, if I want to cut something this way, I don't have the movement I want, because this gets in my way. Same thing if I want to do these cuts here, this gets in my way. This is very uncomfortable. This very uncomfortable. Now, the other thing I don't like is this is impossible steel to sharpen. This knife is a mix of S35VN and S90. S90, it's, guys, impossible. It takes me, now it might take me 20 minutes to half an hour to sharpen. With diamond, only diamond stone can sharpen this. It keeps edge for a long time, but it's so hard to put an edge in this knife. It's very difficult. But when you get an edge, it stays on for a long time. And you cannot get a razor edge easy. You gotta work on it some more. But to get a workable edge, so you can do some woodwork and some feathers and some skinning, it would take you at least, you gotta keep on it, like constantly keeping this knife as sharp as you can, because when it gets dull, we're talking about many hours to sharpen this. So this is my review about this knife. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.